Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
Yeah, thankfully, much of Dublin escaped the worst ravages of Storm Éowyn, but I know that across the country, tens and tens of thousands of people suffered extreme hardship as a result of water outages and power outages and the lack of resilience of our key infrastructure in those areas, and water and power. And it exposed extreme vulnerabilities in terms of our ability to respond to emergency situations. Some, including some of this House, who scoffed at weather warnings before the storm, should hang their heads in shame, quite honestly. We need to obviously do an emergency audit of our electricity grid and of our water infrastructure to make sure that it is going to be weather resilient. And I personally think the destruction wrought on forests should also ask us to think once again about the monocultural model of forestry in this country, because monocultures of Sitka spruce planted in straight lines are much more vulnerable to being knocked over during storms. They also make flooding worse, it's important to say. We need, like Scotland, a system to get emergency payments to people rather than having to go through the rigmarole of the community welfare officer. In Scotland, they send emergency payments directly to people as soon as they're impacted by severe weather events. We need to think again about the outsourcing of much of the ESB and Irish Water's work to contractors, which robs them of the direct capacity to do a lot of the jobs. Workers in the ESB went on strike a few years ago precisely because of the contracting out of their work, lessening their capacity to respond to emergencies like this. One last thing in my last few seconds, I just want to say this. This also highlights our ability to deal with all sorts of emergencies. Last week, workers from the National Ambulance Service came in to me and shocked me, to be honest, when they told me that in Scotland there are 6,196 people working in the ambulance service with the same population as Ireland. In Ireland, we have 2,321, half of what they have in Scotland. So our ambulance service is a key emergency service, is an instance of we are massively understaffed and under-resourced. We need to get those resources in.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.